What's goody, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. And I'm a happy man. As you can see, I've rested well. I've very much felt half of my voice leave multiple times throughout the last 24 hours, especially because of all the festivities and things happening at the Emirates Stadium. We back in the building, not the Emirates, but we still back in the video for for a new video and everything like that. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I definitely wanted to give a set of quick thoughts. I've got a quick 4 things I liked video coming. I got a specific video coming on our newest signing too. So just make sure you check out all that stuff that's on the way. But it's going to be a little bit out of order because this weekend is still very hectic. So we're going to do our best. It was a momentous day, man. Like it really felt like something in the air was just different about that day. But let's start off with the ugly, some of the negatives, and really the biggest negatives that we have are the injuries to Martin Odegaard, who had his 200th appearance at the club, and unfortunately Bukayo Saka. And we don't know what the extent of any of those things are. Hopefully, those are minor. Saka said there was something in his hamstring. We don't know if that's, again, another tweak in the one that he didn't injure. I'm pretty sure it's the one that he didn't injure previously and had surgery on. So there's that. Odegaard, I think it was some dislocation. I think it was maybe his shoulder. Somebody was giving reports. Oh my gosh, there's an account I follow on Twitter, like the physio guy that always breaks down like the time scales and potential of injuries from the footage that he has. Super dope account. Like, honestly, I learned so much from that stuff, seeing it anyways. But that's the biggest thing where that's a concern. It's game week 2. It's game week 2. We can't ever have nice things. We can't ever have anything nice in this world. You always have to take something away. The football gods always have to take something from us. Ridiculousness. They both were doing their thing, and then I don't know what impact this is going to have on the team. But the silver lining in all of this is how the squad is constructed now. The work that we've done in the summer up to this very day, right now, has put us in a position to where there's a solid chance. Again, we won't be as, high ceiling as we maybe, were with Odegaard and Saka, but we have a fighting chance to stay and maintain our position and actually still be very competitive without them. And if you told me 2 seasons ago, we would have moments where we'd have our star players out and we'd still fight and compete like we did the back half of last season until everything unfortunately tapered off. But if you're in the position to have the foundation to still compete without your stars, I would have been like, I would have backsmacked you. So I'm like, there's no way. Who are we sitting with then in the back that has the potential to come in and do a job? And it's one of those. So unfortunate. I hope for speedy recovery. I hope for good news on that as we learn more. But yeah, that was probably the most negative thing I have about the day. I'll be real. Everything else felt pretty majorly positive in my mind. There was so much to break down. I don't want to, again, talk a guy's ear off because honestly, I think when I'm back home, I want to sit down with a couple of people and talk about last week's game. I'm going to try and line that up in some way, shape, or form before the next game week kicks off. But I do want to talk about all the things that we were seeing in the game because there's a lot of good things happening. I think overall, it was a very much grow into the game type of situation. The final third actions they were getting sharpened, like the steel was slowly getting sharpened. You can see gears turning. You can see different combinations and relationships forming. And I think it was just a warm up into those things. It was very much kind of a lead in to the speed of play that we wanted to achieve, to some of the potency that we wanted in the attack. And again, to some of that, the zip in our play. I think it was very much a warm-up point to how we broke through. Again, the set piece FC again, ole. We back. It don't matter. I'm glad that that's still intact. And then we opened up some open play goals that were really nice. Again, Gyökeres on the score sheet. You know what I'm saying? Really good goal in constant motion, constant flow from the left wing, just straight cut cross, bang. Beautiful, man. It was just some really enjoyable stuff. And dang, Dre Timber brace. I completely forgot. He's got a brace as well. Califerio with 2 assists. Saka with a really great finish. I forgot who gave him that pass, the through ball. I think it was for the second goal. The through ball straight in, and that's a trademark. Saka bang it near post, roofs it, and immediate goal. Like, I was loving it. I was absolutely loving it. So in terms of the performance, there was definitely a gear up. I don't think we again got into third or fourth gear, but the way that we eased into second gear from other stuff was, I thought that was really, again, enjoyable to see, enjoyable to watch. Couple things. Some of these notes about the game I will leave exclusively for the four things I liked about the Arsenal game and stuff for this fixture. But one of the things I do want to talk about really really quickly is Madueke. Noni Madueke. I know, again, it's not a 5-star performance. It's not like a 10 out of 10. He wasn't the star of the show today. But people gotta respect the fact that he's here and the fact that he has the potential to be very, very good for us here. And I know all the fire and flames were on him because a certain signing hadn't come in yet. And they're like, yo, we always skimp and short change. This is gonna be da 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 da. This is gonna be the worst. Is that yeah? But look what happened now. Now people got a foot in their mouth because the best scenario actually did happen, and they didn't wait. They didn't wait to try and throw slander on Berta's name or whoever's making the transfer happen. And now it is. Now they'd be like, oh, I don't know. And now on top of that, Madueke showing some actual purpose in his play. I see a really good budding relationship that he has with Calafiori on that left-hand side. I think they could be really dangerous together. It just felt proactive. Again, he was still finding his way through the motions and finding his way to build up more confidence and directness in that area. But from what I saw, the carrying, the consistent poking and prodding, the angles that he was trying to find, I think he'll have a really great time on both wings. I think especially on the right-hand side, he may have a stint right now because depending on how Saka's injury is, again, explained and unfolding, we'll see. But I enjoyed his cameo. He provided some consistent dynamism and consistent just input, effort. I feel like there were dangerous balls, there was dangerous passes coming in from his side, a whole hell of a lot. And historically, when the left-hand side hasn't been as snappy and as productive, him and Calafiori might be an actual godsend when it comes down to a lot of different games. So I think kudos to Madueke, and I'm glad people are, waking up. The hashtags and all that, no to Madueke, that should have been in the bin from time. And get behind this guy. Simple as that. And I think we're going to see, again, I don't want to say the Sterling line, but we're going to see very, very good performances from him in his Arsenal tenure. I'm so sure of it. So there's that. Let me see. I don't want to reveal that one. I'll save that one for the four things I liked video. But again, overall, just really good. I enjoyed the overall play. I felt that was very, very, very consistent, very snappy. I thought the double pivot of Rice and Zubamendi is continuing to take leaps, bounds, strides, and just the way that I felt safe. I felt safe. You know what I'm saying? With them two there, again, rotating, finding themselves in different positions, picking up the bones of any loose ball or any loose touch to try and make things happen and regain possession. I felt safe. It's one of those. So, loving to see that. This might be like an 8 things I liked about Arsenal video. I don't know if I could leave much off. There was so much to talk about. Calafiori was fantastic again. Jurriën Timber, I think he proved why he's the best right back in the Premier League, man. He can do what he does from a defensive front, and he is also 5'11", jumping out the gym, getting set piece goals like nobody's business. If he didn't do his ACL in his first game for us, we would have, never mind, I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but you understand what I'm saying. Again, Timber is that guy, and people need to understand that Timber is that guy. End of story. There was so much. Again, Gyökeres, little Gyökeres sees that. I love the confidence and arrogance of this guy. We needed that. Again, different profile, different dimension of this entire team, and I think it adds so much depth to how we play. And I saw him making some very, very quality runs, and I think that people are going to start to grow into that and grow onto that and latch onto that as we get through a season. I think that when we find our sea legs and getting more vertical and finding the moments to organically be more vertical, he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat a whole lot, and we'll see what happens with that. But I'm very excited about that as well. I mean, Gabriel Saliba, usual suspects. David Raya, usual suspects. Did they numbers? Nothing much doing. I don't even think we conceded XG after the 20th minute. It was straightforward. Again, just slowly eased them out the game, got them boys out the paint. Leeds tried to come to play very, pretty physical, pretty up front, in your face. I think it was 4-2-3-1, pretty consistently, but nah. Just wasn't enough. But there's so much to break down. I'll break down the rest in, again, that 4 things video. But the last thing I will say, Eberechi Eze is still hitting me. It's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still I don't, we don't usually do this. We don't usually actually go over and get the final player we need to complete the set of a squad. Like, it historically, took a long time to even try and replace Vieira. Took ages or never happened to really find a quality center forward to match Alexis and Ozil, or a defense to match them, or the attackers to match Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, all these people now. But we did it. We did it. And the look on his face, the look on all the media as he came back home, that was some of the most heartwarming stuff I've ever seen. This is very, very close to the Ozil transfer, in my opinion. It's incredibly close. Just all the things that happened around it. Again, getting the call confirmed that he made the call to Arteta, like, hey, we still just everything around it was perfect. It was perfect, and the day was perfect. He came out. Everybody was on fire. I got some footage of it from the stadium. It was great. It was literally fantastic. I'm still in shock, but I think he came in at a great time as well, because with the extent of the Saka and Odegaard injury, now there's going to be a creativity vacuum, a creativity funnel that has to be stopped and maintained. And I think, what better guy to solve creativity issues than Eberechi Eze? That just feels good to say. Oh, just throw in Eze. We'll see what happens. That just feels good. That just feels so good. And I can't wait. I might have to buy another jersey, bro. My wallet is in jeopardy. It is in danger. But my heart isn't, because overall today was great, and the game yesterday gave me a whole lot more optimism for the season. I think before I was still like, we might not have the main piece that we wanted, but still, we know we're a good team, and we know we can take it to everybody. We know what we can do. So this is very much so, we'll see what happens, but I still believe. But after this Eze signing, I think that put everybody on notice that we believe, but also everybody's fearful of a likelihood that could happen, that we could win the league. I don't know what's going to happen. I made my predictions on Wafflenomics. I'll probably leave the description link, whatever, in there somewhere. Words are reversed, whatever. But I will leave that link in the description box to go see what my predictions were on Wafflenomics with Jem and F&G, Niran. But I really think with that as a signing, it gives us so much. It gives us so much to work with and do, and across all competitions. It's going to be a fun season, man. It's going to be an up and down whirlwind season. I hope the injuries do not take a stranglehold like they did last season. But if that holds, if the health is up, it's going to be a good season for us, and it's not going to be a great season for other people facing us. And that's all I got to say on that. But let me know in the comment section below what you made of the game, your thoughts, everything. I want to hear it down below. What are you expecting from Eberechi Eze? Let me know. I want to hear the excitement around the signing, what you think about the signing, all that stuff. And as the window closes, there might be some more work to do. We'll figure it out. But let me know about that too. The window's still going. Bird's still got a couple things brewing, apparently. So we'll see what happens. But let me know about the transfer window as well. But I have to get ready. I have to go. I at least wanted to upload this to, again, just make sure I had it and talk about it, because the thoughts are still in my head. There's going to be a lot of Arsenal content this week for me, y'all. I'm getting back home on Tuesday, and there's going to be a whole lot of content this week that we got to run through. So expect a lot. Expect a whole hell of a lot. But with that being said, I must go. My name is Full Time Trip. That's all the time I got. And from London, England, you know what I'm saying? From the home of the Emirates, from the place that Eberechi has decided to go back home to. That's all the time I got, man. Peace. I love y'all. COYG, baby. Mwah. Life is easy.